Hey guys, welcome back. And in this awesome tutorial, we are going to learn how to host and fast API on the internet, and you can access it from any browser, from any phone, or anything, right? So basically, we are going to host an API. So this API has two endpoints. First is the home endpoint, that means on the specific IP address what it will show, and after we run this the second endpoint I have created, that is just a test, that is this returns a simple message, and this also returns a simple message. Okay, so first of all, let me show you how it is doing in my local. So we will type unicon main and the app name, and then we will write reload. Okay, so by doing this our API will be will be work on our local machine. So this is our IP which from which we can access it. So let's open any browser you have. So I have Brave browser, so I'm using that. So as you can see here, the API is hosted. So this is the root as we have mentioned here. So root shows hello world from Smurf coders, and then if we apply their docs, so it will, as we all know that so fast API provides its own documentation. So it's a pretty awesome thing. So you can also check the docs by writing slash docs here, and you can just write out any API. This will return the message. Okay, so this is a pretty simple one, but for the sake of hosting it, I have taken this simple project. So first of all, let's go to AWS account. So I hope you have a AWS account created. So in this tutorial, we are going to use the free tier account, and also the all things you will be needing for a free tier. We are only going to use them. Okay, so go into instances, just launch an instance. So give an instance a name. Fast API will say hosting. Okay, so I have given this name, and then select Ubuntu because it's easy to set up, and I have described all the steps in my GitHub using that only. So here you can see I have selected the free tier. Okay, so you can also choose paid if you have the credits, or yeah, you can do that also. And then if you want the access through SSH, you can write here any key. You can generate a key basically, and then it will create a key for you, and then you have to save that key in your local machine. Okay, to access that. Moving forward, we have to allow this allow https traffic from the internet, and also http traffic from the internet, as we have to access this from anywhere. Okay, and we have to host it. So all the settings is done. Just click on launch instance. It will automatically create an instance for you. Let's go to our API code. So this seems nice. So what I have done is I have pushed all this code into my GitHub. So here you can find all the code. So I have taken this fast API as a virtual environment here. So you can also, if you want to test it, you can also get into that virtual environment and test it. I've also included the requirements file. That means these all requirements you need to run the code. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go to if our instance is created. I think it's created now. So let's go to that particular instance. Yeah, it's created. So click on connect. So if you want to connect to SSH, you can do that, but make sure that this path matches the path where you have stored the key. Remember, we downloaded the key. Okay, but for this tutorial I am going to use this from a browser. So you can launch this launch this instance control on a browser. Okay, so this is a new feature added. And let's just go into our GitHub. So I have written all the steps you need to perform, so we will follow that only if that works. Okay, so first step is we have to update the instance. Okay, so for that sudo apt get update is a command. So it's pretty much very fast. 1 GB RAM is sufficient for hosting this project, or if you have multiple project, or your code is complex, you can go ahead with a larger amount of RAM. So the next we require is the Python installed on our instance. Okay, so for that we will write this command, and this will automatically install Python on our Ubuntu. So this is really fast. It works in minutes. You can create an instance and then delete it. Okay, so no problem in that. So moving forward, we also need Git to pull our pull this repository, right? So we will also okay, it's still updated hypervisor binaries on this host. Okay, okay. I think there is some issue. Let's just open it once again, I guess. Okay, so this is a pretty fast thing. You can access it from anywhere. We will install Git if it's not there. Yeah, Git is installed now. And then moving forward, we will just clone our repository. So in my case, the repository is this, right? The URL is this. But in your case, if you are trying to your own GitHub account, you should enter the Git repository here. Okay, here the link should be correct. Okay, so let's just see what it has pulled. So it has pulled the folder. It has created a folder that is fast API hosting. That is the name of this GitHub repository. Okay, so it will be creating your folder repository. Now the next command is cd into that folder. So cd just simply just change directory in Linux. Okay, so you will be here in fast API hosting in that particular folder. Let's just do ls and list all the files that it contains. So it contains all the files that we have uploaded on GitHub. Okay, so it's pretty much it. And then for the first thing we need to do is install all the requirements from requirements.txt file that we need to run this API. Okay, so all the requirements are installed, and now it just you just need to run that. Okay, so you just need to run this, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Your API is hosted completely. Let's just go and see if we can access that API. So you will go on this public IP4 address. So this is our instance address. So our API is hosted on 8000 port. So let's just add here 8000, but you know guys, it will not work because we didn't add any security groups. Okay, so you need to add and give access to any IP. So go into inbound rules, click on edit inbound rules, add a rule, and then you will say all traffic. You want all traffic on the internet, right? So on this anywhere you can select IPv4. Okay, so after this you will save the rules and it will automatically create a rule for us. But yeah guys, it will not work also. See, your HTTP request is going on, but it is not giving any response. So I want to clarify that this API is actually running on only HTTP. Okay, so if you want to add let me show you how to do this. So when you go into here, you have to create an HTTP request. Okay, not HTTPS. So when you create that request, it will say message hello world, and it will say that is 200. Okay, that means our API is performing. Let's just go on docs that we did in our local. Okay, so this is our documentation. It's saying all okay. 200 okay means 200 means our API is running fine. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Your API is hosted now. So remember, if you want to add HTTPS access, you want to go into app dot middleware and then add https, I guess. There is some command to there is some string you need to attach here. You can search it on internet, you can easily find that. You just need to add that http here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Your API is hosted, and then you can call it through your app. Or guys, please don't forget to subscribe, and for this more awesome tutorials on AWS or any other